A big crypto launch? How about a big crypto flock? Something stealing all the money from the cryptocurrency market. I'll tell you what it is. We've also got a hot IPO. Will it be Circle Hot or will it be another nothing burger? We'll talk XRP price along with, that list of naughty influencers who shilled but never disclosed. You thought I was going to cut that, didn't you?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And you thought it was just the crypto market that was having a tough time. Look at the Dow Jones dropping 500 points. Treasury yields jump and gold hits an all-time high. That's right. Risky assets are not in vogue right now. We'll talk about it. Oh yeah, but a bunch of you have been asking in the comments, bro, where do I get that list? It's blurry up on the screen and we want to be able to read it. Well, it's in the description down below. So when you go to my videos, hey, that's me up on the screen. Go into the description. You'll see this right here. X.com, ZachXBT status. Open the link in a new tab and boom, shakalaka, you will see Zach's post that has all the influencers that shilled, how much they got paid to shill that crypto bullshit, and yeah, baby, then share it with all your friends. You'd be shocked by some of the names on there and how much they got paid for one tweet. You are the product. Some of you say you are the mark. Now, before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matter most. So bring your comments at the beginning of the video. Mr. Fantastic, who's always got great comments, says, hey, Klaus, what about that World Liberty Financial dump? A nothing burger with cheese. Whoa, bro. It was a nothing burger with lettuce. Cheese has too many calories for that sandwich. Oh, World Liberty Financial. Yeah, check that out. Got to a high of 32.46, currently sitting at 22 cents. That's not a good chart, girlfriend. Not a good chart at all. R. Marchione says, influence these nuts, bad actors, beware. Choo-choo biatches, happy crypto hunting. For real, I have no problem with people doing posts. You just have to disclose it. Tyron Copeland says, Klaus, do you think the XRP ETFs will happen all at once since it's 18 of them that filed? Kind of makes sense. It's not like all at once, like all at the same moment. They're a couple days apart. Now, that being said, I'm giving everyone a fair warning. The SEC, for a lot of these ETF filings, still has one more mandatory delay that they can use before they have to give their final decision. So I'm just putting it out there. The SEC, it doesn't matter if it's Atkins, doesn't matter if it's Gensler, they can delay. Doran Butler, channel member, and thank you to all the channel members out there for your support, says, I have no issue with paid promotion. Same, just disclose it. As long as it's A, disclosed, well done, sir, and B, the promotion doesn't create conflict of interest. We all know Klaus doesn't chill shit, but if Grandma's Best Cookie Company wants to pay for a nice word, no issues. Sling them cookies for Grandma. For real, I have no problems with paid promotions, but you have to disclose it. What if I started off my video talking about Crypto Company X being the coolest thing out there and y'all like, bro, Klaus is talking about this? This must be awesome. But I don't disclose that I got paid a Porsche GT3 RS for it. Y'all would be like, dude, Klaus really believes in this. No, I don't believe in it. I just got a fat blue Porsche GT3 RS in my driveway. You see what I'm saying? You gotta disclose this shit, especially when it comes to money. Heat map, I don't want to fucking do it. Zach XBT post, already covered it. Zach XBT post, yeah. Dow slumps 500 points as treasury yields jump. Gold hits an all-time high. Dow Jones Industrial Average fell more than 500 points as stocks dipped amid fresh market concerns. Now, the crypto market has been playing this dip for a while. Why is that? Well, because we get to trade 365 24/7. Here's an interesting statement. I'm going to read it to you and let me know if you catch it, okay? Dow Jones Industrial Average shed more than 500 points as Wall Street's holiday shortened trading week began on a negative note. The NASDAQ composite led major gauges lower, sliding out 1.4% at the open. Cryptocurrencies have also mirrored stocks. False. Cryptocurrencies traded all weekend on this negative action. The stocks are now mirroring cryptocurrencies. Why? Because the stock market was closed yesterday and we're able to trade that action 24/7, 365. So again, it's not just the crypto markets getting pounded, it's everything getting pounded except for the shiny stuff. Safe haven assets are where money is pouring right now. Why? Because traders are freaking out thinking, whoa, we won't get regs probably this month, and bigger picture. And this is the bigger picture, right? This is why you're seeing the Dow Jones have problems and the Treasury yield stuff. They don't think Jerome Powell's going to cut, even though the CME group is saying, yeah, odds are that they will cut. People out there thinking, no, Jerome's just going to be a pause prick. Like what I did there. Blockchain lender Figure seeks up to a $4.1 billion valuation in its U.S. IPO. So we got another IPO going on. Why do we have so many IPOs being filed? Well, because we have a change in presidency, a pro-crypto presidency. And because of that, companies are like, yo, we want to get in on this action. And they saw how much money Circle was able to get with their IPO. Figure Technologies is targeting a valuation of up to $4.13 billion in its IPO. The blockchain lender said on Tuesday, hey, that's today. Breaking news, that's why you hit the subscribe button. Becoming the latest crypto firm to capitalize on revive investor interest in new listings. Early on Tuesday, Swedish fintech Klarna and Gemini, the cryptocurrency exchange backed by the Winklevoss twins, also launched roadshows. That's right, they're hitting the road to drum up support for their IPOs. With the current administration strongly supportive of the space, the IPO pipeline is likely to remain active for well-structured, compliance-forward players. Co-founded in 2018 by tech entrepreneur Michael Cagney, Figure operates a blockchain-native platform for lending, trading, and investing. I think this is a really good idea, personally. Why? Because lending is going to be big. Not everyone wants to go through banks, and blockchain lending, as we've seen, has a niche and a very successful one. The company says it funds home equity loans in just 10 days compared to the industry average of 42. Again, a disruptive technology against what? Traditional finance. The company swung to a profit of $29 million for the 6 months ending in June 30th compared to a loss same period. So over the most recent 6 months, they've made money compared to a year ago's first 6 months where they lost money. Investors in this space tend to be patient because they see the long-term potential, especially with regulatory hurdles starting to clear and adoption starting to grow. Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, and Bank of America Securities are leading the underwriters. The symbol is FIGR. Figure, everyone. Now, let's get into a little bit of pumperoni and dumperoni. Unless you're the Trump family, and then you raked in the money-aroni. Trump family rakes in $5 billion from the crypto launch. The digital token backing the Trump family's new cryptocurrency venture generated a paper windfall estimated at $5 billion. The World Liberty Financial token tied to the World Liberty Financial venture was initially non-transferable, but since Monday, it can be bought and sold in the market like a stock. It's a crypto, you F-tards. World Liberty said founders' tokens remain locked. Yeah, but what about the founders' friends and family members? Inside action. Either way, I showed you the price. Pumped big time on the news, and then what, everyone? Hasn't done shit since. Now, mind you, it just launched for trading, so there you go. Either way, Trump family, big into crypto, gonna piss the Democrats off. We're gonna see how much of an impact this has on what, everyone? On regs discussion. Why? Because World Liberty Financial token would fall in on that. Overall, the greater crypto market is starting to move. Volumes at $181 billion for the last 24 hours. Altcoin season starting to slide a little bit, 48 out of 100. We're starting to get into the fear part of the market as well, too, okay? And we talked about this, the whole buy the dip thing. When people are saying buy the dip, there's not enough fear yet. When people stop saying buy the dip, then there's the appropriate amount of fear. We've hit a bottom. So a lot of people out there saying, yo, we got a little bit more bottom left to go until the market rebounds. XRP price, look, we're at $2.80 right now. I still feel like we're going to claw our way back up to that $3 floor. The problem is, though, is we haven't seen $3 since what? The 28th of August. Volume for XRP healthy, though, at $7.3 billion. And we've got the ETFs just around the bend. Again, not all of them are going to happen at the same time. There's going to be different days that those ETF filings will be maturing. And remember, the SEC can still use what? Their delay tactic on that action. The thing with XRP you have to pay attention to is this: recent resistance. Recent resistance has us at what? right around 285, 286 on that action with near-term support just north of the 270 mark, 270.5. So right now, XRP playing between, those two markers. The greater cryptocurrency market is what, everyone? Fighting it, as traders out there are thinking that Jerome Powell is not going to cut. Meanwhile, the shiny stuff, precious metals like gold and silver, which are a great hedge in my opinion to cryptos, are roaring, touching all-time highs. So, pretty hard for risky stuff to moon if what, everyone? The safe haven plays are mooning. So, let's keep our ears open. Why? Because hopefully Jerome Powell on the 17th of September is a good boy and gives us the cut we need. If not, and he pauses, gold and silver are going to keep roaring, and cryptos are going to keep flailing until the next meeting, or until we get what, everyone? The regaronis. But right now, bigger move that traders are eyeing, rate cuts, or shall I say, rate pauses on the 17th of September. So some players out there are very optimistic that we're going to get a cut, and some of those players, being the CME group, are like, yo, Jerome's going to give it to us. But the gold and silver market right now are telling us, no, we're not going to get it. We're going to get a further pause. In fact, the shiny stuff market is telling us what? We might not even get the rate cut at all this year. Yeah, gold touching all-time highs. So remember, when the safe haven markets are roaring, risky assets like crypto are what? Selling off. It makes sense, everyone. Even the stock market is considered risky compared to gold and silver, and no wonder the stock markets are down. So we're going to see if regs can save us. But here's the problem. Players out there telling us at the earliest we would get regs at the end of this month, but most likely now not until October, if not until November. Oh, crap. I know. So, we just got to trudge through this month. We know the first part of this month is going to suck balls. Hopefully it gets better as the month goes on. But either way, I'm going to bring you the news. Good, bad, happy, or sad. In terms of the influencer shilling stuff, dude, I don't have a problem. I have zero problem with that. You just have to disclose it. Be honest with people. Tell people that the reason you're shilling product X, Y, or Z is because you're getting paid. And tell people if you're invested in it too, so that they know that you have skin in the game or that you simply don't. Otherwise, you're lying to the fans, and that's not cool. That's why I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad, so that you can make the best decision. I don't just bring you the hopium, because that would be wrong. Then you'd think everything is just good, and, well, then there's nothing bad. It doesn't make much sense, does it? So, I am going to go do some errands, some dad stuff. Yeah, dad duties. That happens. I'm a dad, so I got dad duties to do. You do whatever you have to do. Click the like button, subscribe button if you have it, notification bell so you don't miss out. And of course, we're going to be live streaming CPI data. We're going to be live streaming, FOMC stuff, and reg meetings if they happen this month. Please, please happen this month. We really need it. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz nachos, and please give us a rate cut in regs this month.